And I'd like next to invite Citlali from Mexico to give us her presentation. So a little bit of background on Citlali Alvarez. She obtained her degree in biology at the Faculty of Sciences of the National Autonomous University of Mexico and her Masters of Science degree at Dalhousie University, Halifax, Nova Scotia in Canada. In 2011, she started as a practitioner of Qigong, and in 2015, she became a certified instructor with the Beijing Wisdom Healing Center in China. She has 10 years experience in science communication, and she's published 21 articles in science communication in diverse journals. She's also published 6 research articles on the subject of Qigong. So please welcome Citlali, and looking forward to hearing her talk now.
Thank you, Christina. Hello, everybody. It's really nice to meet you. So I made a presentation for you. Let me start with the presentation. Okay, let me move this. My name is Citlali Alvarez. I'm a biologist and a Zen and Qigong instructor. I'm currently living in Mexico City. And every time that I talk about Zen and Qigong, I always express my deep gratitude to Teacher Pang. He is the Zen and Qigong creator, and he has been sharing all the knowledge with the humankind. Also, I want to express my gratitude to my teachers because they have been passing me that knowledge. And now, of course, to you for allowing me to be part of this meeting. Thank you so much, Christina. This means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Since I got my certification as an instructor, I have been teaching children and adults, and at the same time, I have been doing some research projects, always supported by great people, like the Italian team with teacher Ramon, the Malaysia team with teacher Oi, the China team with teacher Gao, teacher Tong, teacher Yuan, and of course the Mexican team. All of them have participated in one way or another in different projects, and for me it's really important to mention them and to thank them. So the projects that we have made in Mexico have been done with practitioners and with external Qi. With practitioners, we work at the School for the Blind. We work with diabetic students with acquired visual disability. We measure glucose levels, body weight, and blood pressure. We practice 1 hour a day, 3 times a week for 3 months. And the results were that the students lost weight and glucose levels went down. Blood pressure stayed the same. This article was published by Qi, the Journal of Traditional Eastern Health and Fitness. Then we work with a bakery products company with 19 employees. We measure quality of life. We use the World Health Organization Quality of Life questionnaire endorsed by Mexicans. And we practice 30 minutes a day for 6 days a week for 2 months. Results: quality of life was improved, and also the students report enhanced physical performance, better posture, greater strength, more vitality, more patience, higher concentration, and less stress. This article also was published by the Journal of Traditional Eastern Health and Fitness. Then we work at an elementary school with children ranging 7 to 11 years old. We measure immediate and working memory, attention level, compulsivity control, general state of health, energy levels, and brain response. We practice 45 minutes a day, 5 days per week for 3 months. And the results, the immediate and working memory and the attention level were improved. Impulsivity control and general state of health improved, but didn't show a statistical significant difference. Levels of energy and brain response stay the same. This article is in process of being published. Now, talking about projects with external Qi. We work at the National University of Mexico City, at the Tissue Culture Lab. We work with plants in danger of extinction, and we measure plant growth in vitro. We have experimental and control group. An experimental group received external Qi for 30 minutes a day, 3 days per week, for 5 weeks. The results. The plants that developed roots of the experimental group were almost double compared to the control group. Here you can see the image. It was 27.5 for the experimental group compared to the control group, 15%. And also the roots were larger and thicker in the experimental group. Here, let me show you, you can see some of them. The roots are bigger compared with the control group. The average of the length from the experimental group was greater than the plants of the control group. However, there was not a statistically significant difference. This article was published by the International Journal of Research in Agricultural Science. Then we work at the Herpetary at the National University of Mexico City with reptiles. This time we measure body weight. The reptiles receive external Qi 15 minutes twice a week for 6 weeks. The results, reptiles increase an average of 415 grams on body weight. Also, reptiles modify their behavior in the terrarium from being inactive to be more active, and their skin improve in softness. This project was published as a short communication by the International Journal of Veterinary Science. Then we went to the Caribbean Sea. This time we worked at the National Institute of Fisheries and Aquaculture in Puerto Morelos, Quintana Roo, Mexico, at the coral nursery. We measure survival and growth, and we had experimental and control group. So we work with 2 different genotypes. This is 16 coral fragments from one genotype and 16 coral fragments for a second genotype. For the control group, total 32 fragment corals, and the same for the experimental group. And the experimental group received external Qi 10 minutes for 7 days per week for 3 weeks. And the results for survival. Here is the control group. 4 coral fragments survive. And for the experimental group, 25 coral fragments survive. So the experimental group survived more than the control group. It was 78% of survival versus 12.5. And to analyze growth, we use the IMAS-G program, and also experimental group grew more than control group. This article was published by the Qigong Science Worldwide magazine. And then coming back to the National University, we work at the genetic lab. We work with fruit flies exposed to chemicals to induce genetic change. And flies, we had control and experimental group. So the control group, the flies receive external Qi 10 minutes for 15 consecutive days. And we work with the entire cycle of the flies from eggs to adults. So here are the eggs, the different stage of larvae, the pupa, and here you can see the adults. They are tiny. Those are the fruit flies. Everybody knows the fruit flies. So finally we got the results, and on Tuesday we will have a meeting. It seems that there are changes. So I will tell you what happened, but this Tuesday we will have a meeting about the results. I'm really excited to see what happened. Well, what's next? I'm planning a retreat here in Mexico City, a 5 days retreat. So I'm going to measure stress and pain levels before and after the retreat. And we also are writing a project. We want to measure stress, anxiety, and depression in a hospital nursery staff. So we hope next month we finish the project and start presenting to the hospitals. So this is my email, jessica1967@yahoo.com. If you want to read the whole articles, write me an email and I can send you the articles to you, okay? And finally, I just want to say that I really enjoyed to be part as a team. So if you have one project on your mind, or if you need some assistance, I will be more than happy to help you. And thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Chitlali. Again, so many interesting insights, and thank you for the invitation to contact you and to participate. I think this is so much needed, and I know that certainly welcomed by Mauro with all the work you're doing there, and very much welcomed by us and our team. And your research also reminds me of presentations that we had back in December from Jiangxi University students who were also using external Qi in different kinds of scenarios, in different kinds of situations. And I know, Jiangyan, you're continuing with this kind of research as well. And that really brings home to me the huge richness that is contained in the treasure that is Qigong, that, as Peter said, has got thousands of different forms. But what is beginning to come to scientific research and attention is how it can be deployed in different kinds of situations. I was also very interested in your talk, Chitlali, about the different situations and the different kind of groups of people who took part in different kinds of exercise, from children and adults, and how the effect of Qigong is so far-reaching. It is very much a whole life kind of benefit. Yes, it can be targeted for different conditions, for different kinds of health situations, but something that is a tool for us to be the very best people that we can be in our work, in our lives, in our personal situation. So, so much more for people to discover and to see that this is something that we can all use. So thank you so much for your insights, and really pleased to hear from you.